Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciara and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we are back again with another monthly reading, and so this is going to be covering the month of November 2019, so we're going to get a good kind of general overview of what might be in store for your November, but please do remember that these are general readings, and so not everything may resonate, and also your personal message might be spread across more than one pile, so of course if you're attracted to more than one, that is perfectly fine. And so we have many different ways of going about and selecting your pile today, since I gave you guys two kind of visual options here. So for pile 1, we have this stone as well as red calcite. For pile 2, we have this one as well as the golden calcite sphere. For pile 3, we have this stone as well as orange calcite. And then for pile 4, we have this stone and green calcite. So take as much time as you need, meditate on the cards, really let yourself be intuitively drawn to the right pile or piles for you. And I will see you guys at your personal messages. All right, for all of you who chose pile 1 with the red calcite and this stone on the top, let's go ahead and start diving into your cards for the month of November. So we're actually going to start with this crystal card, which is Libyan Golden Tektite. So this card is all about, who needs it? The navel gazing and brooding, binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the street with some extra swagger, Cancers. Where to put it? Hold Libyan Gold Tektite, or this card, at your will center, just above the navel, basically your solar plexus chakra, and set some goals. Seriously, make a list. Then call on the fiery, beyond ancient energy of this stone to help you break through the burning desire to binge watch the day away. When to use it? When your get up and go has ghosted you. Banish your blahs. So again, this is definitely a message for your November to really go after goals, set the goals, and don't be sort of too sedentary. I feel like, this is a tektite, so this is a stone that comes from, the galaxy, essentially, a 28 million year old Saharan desert glass, only found in, you guessed it, the Sahara Desert. This gem is yellow but far from mellow. So that is your crystal message right here for November. So let's go ahead and get into other messages. So for your overall general tarot message for November, we have the Death card. Wow, guys. So this is all about major transformation for you guys in the month of November. So, definitely take on a sense of new beginning. Really dive into that and accept what is coming. Endings, beginnings, transformation, renewal, a circle of life is here. And it's interesting because, again, look at the art here. It's like, hopefully I don't butcher it, Dia de los Muertos. So that might be a significant, I believe that happens from like November 1st to the 5th. It's a week-long kind of celebration almost. So that might be significant for some of you. But yeah, November is all about transformation for you. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too much. I actually took Spanish in college, but I haven't used it in quite a while. So let's go ahead and move on to your next card. So for your wisdom card here for the month of November, we have the Desert Prince in reverse. So this is referring to survival and false promises. So in its reverse state, let's see what it has to say for you guys as far as how this month is going to go, what you need to know, what kind of wisdom you need to keep in mind. And so in this position, it's acting as your challenger. So don't be fooled by the beauty of the Desert Prince now, for you are being faced with a mirage. Sometimes you can't see the truth because your thirst for achievement and recognition may blind you to the true nature of your situation. Perhaps, too, circumstances prevent you from being able to see with clarity. Beware when faced with something that seems too perfect, miraculous, and easy. If you think it's too good to be true, it is. Pay attention to false promises at this this time. Don't be swayed by shortcuts and flattery. The best way out of this is to accept that every life has a desert period. Just accept this for now and cross it one step at a time. You will be led to green pastures and fresh, clean water with divine appropriate timing. So again, this is a kind of a warning here for November to be aware of any sort of false promises, be very alert, pay attention, and also understand, like, maybe the dry period you're going through at this time or in this month is all part of this transformation you're going through, of cleansing things, of sort of clearing out, I feel like, baggage or things that are no longer resonating for you. It's also interesting that it's talking about the desert here, and that's where this crystal comes from. So that might be kind of significant for some of you here. So let's go ahead and see what it is you're cooking up in November. That's what I was asking in regards to this particular card. And we have nettle with caution. That's just wild. I did not look at these cards before, of course, seeing them right now. And again, with the Desert Prince reverse, it was totally warning you to be cautious, to be aware of sort of what promises are being told to you, the information that is coming through. And now we literally have caution here. So, you know, this is talking about danger. You know, the nettle is advising you to not dive into a situation head first. This is one time to not take something at face value, as there are underlying issues that have yet to rise to the surface. You would be wise to be watchful and trust no one at this time. Do not buy into fear or the chaos that is being stirred up around you. The stinging hairs on my heart-shaped leaves are like shards of glass and will cause a painful reaction to those who cross your boundaries uninvited. My reputation alone is enough to drive out negativity, so carefully pop my leaves into bags for protection, or use them in powdered form to break any curses made against you, packed with nutrition. I am known as a delicacy, but prepare your nettle-sourced dishes with extreme caution. Prepare them, for I am known to bite. So yes, this is again a message. Something in November here is really going to require you to be on your guard, to be aware of what is happening in the situation, because you don't have all the answers. It's not, don't take it at face value again, and look for the underlying sort of motives behind what is happening. So this could be in any area of your life, but for you guys, for pile one, this is definitely a major warning here to pay a lot of attention in November. And so the next card we have is specifically in regards to your career center, your prosperity in November, what is happening in that area. And we have another crystal here with, how do I say this? Seraphos green quartz. So this is a really pretty stone. We have a lot of green and a lot of yellow going on here. So it's all kind of like heart-centered and solar plexus chakra energy. So this is card 50. Let's go ahead and see what the prosperity message is particularly. And so the essential meanings are life on life's terms, acceptance of your place in the world, heaven on earth, what is meant to be. So the prosperity message here is, you know, this card appears to tell you that the foundations of wealth may not be obvious in your life at this moment, but you are meant to have certain experiences for the sake of your soul's calling. There is a gift therein, so accept what is. Tomorrow is a different day, offering different opportunities. Accept any losses or disappointments and be fully present to the moment and the lessons it brings. Much is coming your way more quickly than you might expect. So very interesting message there. So possibly on your career center or your prosperity, your money, however you might like to apply this card to your situation in November. Again, there's the possibility of things not exactly going as planned. That may have to do with sort of this message of caution here. Also with the death card, you know, it's talking about endings and beginnings. So something in November for you is definitely going to end, and it might be sort of triggered by whatever this situation is here. So next up, we have your animal spirit cards for the month of November. And what do we have here? We have White Raven Spirit, Trust in the Magic. And we have card 26, Flamingo Spirit, Embrace the In-Between. You might be kind of in a limbo state right now, I feel like. And that kind of lines up with death anyway. So let's go ahead and get more information about this. So with card 26... balance comes easily to Flamingo Spirit, who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and the plan for the future yet to be, but do not resist Flamingo Spirit's call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. And look at that, trust in the magic. With one foot in life you are moving away from and one in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. This totally feels like the death moment. That transition from life to death, the beginning to the ending, your present, your past to your future kind of situation here. Embrace the in-between. It's also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with the new plans. You can trust this moment in yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in-between time. That's why things may not be moving as fast, as quickly as you would like them, and that's why you're kind of having this message of caution, being prepared, I feel like, for strange detours, unusual things to happen in November. So with the White Raven Spirit, nothing in the universe is random, for the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning, and the White Raven Spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance in a pattern, participating in the magic of the Spirit's plan for all. Aligning with the highest good and intentions, you will come to see that the White Raven is guiding you, an ally to you, and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light and you will start to recognize all that is working together harmoniously in ways the eye can't always see and the mind can't always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you the magic and miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere and in all things. Pay attention to how things come together as if by magic, and you will see the hand of the Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. So again, I feel like that is totally what this kind of death moment is all about for you guys in November. And also, again, this situation over here, it's like certain things are not going to go how you want them to because those things aren't actually meant for you. Spirit and the universe is clearing them out of the way to welcome in better opportunities for you. Maybe opportunities that are going to allow you to embrace your creativity more, or however it may, it feels most resonant for you. So next up, we have a card that I pulled from the Tarot of Sexual Magic in regards to how your love life is going in the month of November, whether you are currently in a committed relationship or you're looking for one, whatever the deal is. This is the energy around it, and we have the Four of Wands. So definitely on the love front, I feel like that is where probably the best energy is going to happen for you in November. Because again, the Four of Wands is all about, traditionally in tarot, it's commitment, it's celebration, it's fun, and it's just all around a good time. So particularly from this deck, it's talking about playing, the magic of the seven beans. So sexual intent is born of play and enjoyment, just as harmony is born of happiness. So yeah, I feel like on your relationship front, whether you're looking for a new relationship, there can definitely be a lot of opportunities in November to just have fun and to just sort of sow your wild oats, I feel like is sort of a message here. Kind of do some things on the wild side here. And if you're already in a relationship, it's just a time for you and your partner to have more fun, be more playful, do some things that are kind of out of the ordinary, that are unexpected, to spice things up. Again, this is all about passion and fire and spirituality with the wands, so, and creativity. So again, even if things maybe on your career front or on other kind of areas are not going how you want them, maybe invest more time into fun and just living in this in-between moment where you can kind of focus on things that are not so career driven. Maybe that's kind of the message here. And so finally, the last card I have here is sort of, what kind of unexpected thing might come up here in November for you. And so we have prepare for a major event. Look at that, card 2. So something very unexpected. Again, I feel like you might kind of have a low moment in November or something, because we have all this caution and this warning and kind of preparing you for like maybe not the best outcome is going to happen, but it's freeing you up and opening you to receive something even grander than what you originally imagined with, again, a major event. So get yourself ready for a life-altering occasion. Performing rituals can be helpful for this. Purifying in sacred waters, detoxing, and going on your own inner pilgrimage will assist you to be in optimum condition. So again, this might be a message kind of like with the Death card. You know, transforming yourself, detoxifying, putting endings to things that are no longer serving you so that you can welcome in this new grand opportunity that is before you. So what else am I getting from your cards here? Again, I feel like on relationship front, things are going to be fairly stable, or at least it's not like anything super serious is happening. I mean, for some of you who have been in long-term committed relationships, there might be a possibility of like, again, almost like putting an end to what the relationship was before and starting something new in it. So again, maybe engagement could be possible, or an anniversary of some sort might be possible in November for a select few of you. But overall, it's just about enjoyment, about fun. For your career, it's really about, I feel like certain things are going to be ending on that front. I feel like that is maybe where this is coming from the most. And again, it's going to open you up for greater prosperity, for greater opportunities. So again, don't take a loss as a bad thing, because especially with death here facilitating all of this, it's like good opportunities are on their way. So set your goals high, you know, really make a plan for how you want to move forward. So yes, if this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any more future videos from me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful November. All right, for those of you who picked pile 2 with the golden calcite and this stone here, let's go ahead and dive into your cards for the month of November. And we're going to actually start off with this crystal card, and this is adventuring. So who needs it? Melancholic inhabitants of ruts and funks, and anybody with a side hustle. So where to put it? In your pocket, on poker night, wherever you encounter people, places, and things hell-bent to bring you down to the gutter level. And when to use it? When you find yourself in a crisis of confidence and it's time to wake up, clean up, and re-up your shine. Show off your sparkle. So this is all about, for November, kind of a message of getting out of a rut, or, you know, adding some extra luck into your life. I feel like, you know, not letting other situations or things kind of bring you down, staying optimistic, and preparing, I feel like, for lucky things to happen. For your overall energy from the tarot, we have the Tower. Wow, you and pile 1 should be buddies, because I feel like you guys are kind of going through similar things. Of course, the Tower is a moment of complete upheaval, of total change, and especially change in your your perception of things. You know, whatever belief that you've held for a very long time, finally, you know, outgrowing that, because you no longer need it. It's time for a change. So, you know, swift change, exactly. Truths revealed, sudden upheaval, death of the ego. So again, you're releasing something that is no longer serving you. And then by crumbling down this tower, you can rebuild on top of the foundation that maybe you still believe in and build something better for yourself. So from the Wisdom Oracle deck I have here for your wisdom for November, we have the Word Lord. So communication, praise, and dishonesty, and it's card 43 in reverse. So let's go ahead and see what the specific message is here from this particular card. What is it telling you? In the reverse in this deck, you know, typically this makes it your challenger for the month. So let's see how it's challenging you. So as your challenger, when the word Lord appears as your challenger, he gently warns of untruths, denial, and unsupportive thoughts and words in any area of your life. This is very much kind of like the Tower. Again, you're getting rid of these things. or, you know, they're going to be removed for you, whether you like it or not. So just be prepared for that. Again, the Tower is not always it's not necessarily a negative moment, but it's just something that is going to completely change you moving forward. So if you've been dishonest in any way, it's time to make amends. Change your tune, otherwise your impact on the world will not be as effective as you would like. Even if you were to be successful as an immediate result, there would be a price to pay later. If others are being unsupportive toward you, know that it's them, not you. Don't take this world personally. Remember that you don't have to engage others when they project their own fears and negativity onto you. Another message here is about how you speak about yourself. Do you say self-depreciating words? Do you minimize yourself so as not to intimidate others? Do you refer to yourself as less than beautiful? Time to change those unconscious statements now. It's not difficult to change things, as we are always given a choice to make new decisions. As long as you remain positive and supportive, very much like the aventurine here, you know, the rest will quickly melt away until you until all you perceive is the highest good for all. All you need is a desire to change and be positive, and the word Lord will help you win the game of life. So again, whether it's you or somebody else, which I definitely think there's a strong possibility of that, because this card was referring to, you know, kind of like negative, low vibe people who are trying to bring you down into their kind of gutter level. You know, be aware of that in the month of November for you guys. So the next card I have here is sort of what I pulled in regards to what you could be cooking up here in November. And we have the bay leaves with abundance. Yes. Already a lot of green coming here. So I'm thinking about money, of prosperity, you know, could be very good in November. We'll see with the next card that I have. But, you know, bay leaves are super fantastic for any sort of manifestation in regards to sort of abundance and prosperity for you guys. And so it's like even just putting like a bay leaf in your wallet, you know, wrap $1 around it, whatever you want to do, that in itself is kind of like a little spell work that you can do to help bring in some extra, you know, bang for your buck, I guess you could say. So let's go ahead and talk about this more specifically, see what it has to say. So you've been going without unnecessarily for too long now. Your cries for prosperity have been heard, so please don't give up on all that you have worked for. All you need to do is accept that an abundance of prosperity is your birthright and work a little magic. My properties will assist you against misfortune, and a dried leaf with your desires written on will bring your wishes into fruition if burnt. Pop one of my leaves into your purse or wallet, and soon your inner storeroom will be overflowing with riches. That's exactly what I was just talking about. This card marks a time of opulence. Count the blessings and serendipitous moments you receive, for they are signs of a new and lucrative phase. Soon you will forget the miserable days of late. So it's really funny that you have this and then aventurine, because aventurine is another good stone to use in regards to sort of money and prosperity, abundance kind of spell work. So this is a big focus for you here in November, which is why we have the word Lord here as well, because mattering on the kind of words and thoughts that you tell yourself, that can really affect how your abundance is coming through. So on that front, since we're already talking about it so much, let's talk about the stone, the next card, which is also another crystal card that is specifically for your prosperity message. And we have Amazonite. So again, more of these kind of green blue stones are coming through. This is also card 2. And so let's go ahead and talk about this one. So its essential meanings are truth, revelation, the evolution and natural flow of events, very much aligning with the Tower and the word Lord here. So for prosperity, it's talking about situations change, requiring us to change too. But we like the familiarity of old patterns, even when they aren't working now. Now, however, as a potential future is revealing itself to you, you are feeling the challenge of letting go of the old and embracing the new. You have enough and you are enough. but you still have some growing to do to fully embrace what is unfolding. So pay attention to what is being disclosed. Let go of your need to steer your boat and let the river of life carry you forward. Ask the conscious universe to help you be brave and enthusiastic as an unfamiliar map unfurls before you, and trust that its treasures will be revealed when you are ready. Prosperity and abundance are your natural state, and you are returning to that. Open to a new plan now. Amazonite spirit is calling you to tread a path that will take you away from false beliefs about your potential. So again, all of these are totally lining up right now. That's totally like the Tower. You just need to go with the flow and just let the Tower moment happen so that you can begin this next journey, a journey that's going to lead to way more prosperity and abundance for you. So next up, we have your animal spirit cards for the month of November, and you guys got quite a few. So we have Scarab Beetle Spirit with Magic Works Through You. Again, you are a very magical group. You have a strong ability to manifest. So don't abuse that power. Again, how you think and the words you say affect it so much. So then we have Parrot Spirit with Watch. Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now? That's literally what I was just saying. And this is the message of watch your words. So yeah, it's so important. You guys, you speaking your affirmations and using your words and your thoughts are major ways for you to manifest. And so pay a lot of attention to how you're doing it. Then we have card 8 here with Life is a Mystery. And finally, we have card 9 with the Brown Bear Spirit of Take Time Out. So again, when you're going through this Tower moment, it might be required of you to kind of, take a moment to get back and get centered and kind of take some of the stress off. Life is a mystery. Things are just going to happen and you can't control every aspect of it. You just kind of have to let it go. Again, take some time out. And again, the magic is working through you. You are a co-creator. And so just let the flow happen. Let the Tower moment happen because it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. So it's like, allow it to come. So next up, it's my choice of words as I move on to the next cards here. The next cards I have here are in regards to your love life in the month of November. So I pulled from the Tarot Sexual Magic. And so whether you're in a relationship right now or you're looking for one, this is what you should know for November. So we have the 8 of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Chalices. So again, we have Pentacles popping up here. Traditionally, this would be a message of working on your craft, work more on your relationship, be more open and receptive to maybe what your partner is asking of you, or maybe of partners that you wouldn't normally think about trying out. I don't know. That's like the wording that came to mind. And then with the Queen of Chalices, she is super intuitive. She's super magical in that sense, very nurturing. But let's go ahead and see specifically what from this deck the meanings are here. So the Queen of Cups is all about tenderness, the magic of the yellow leaves. A tender and gentle story brings you to the point of planning your future with serenity. And then with the 8 of Pentacles, we have indifference, the magic of the cup of coffee. An affectionate, gentle, and tender approach helps to overcome your partner's indifference because it reflects simple and honest feelings. So I just saw 1111 too, so that might be significant for some of you. I feel like, again, maybe in this month, make sure to take either you or maybe towards your partner, be more gentle, be more receptive and affectionate, because that's going to help to maybe there's been some strain for those of you who are already in a relationship, maybe a little bit of distance. And so you need to kind of warm the waters again, I feel like. Somebody here might be going through a very hard time and needs that nurturing connection, especially through physical touch here. I feel like that's a very important aspect here. So either you don't be indifferent or your partner needs to not be indifferent. Whatever the situation is, this is all about nurturing and affection. So work at that here. So let's go ahead, and for the final card I have for you guys is sort of the unexpected portion of November. Like, what is the surprise for November? And so we have assimilate, accept where you are. It's card 11. Look at that. And so the specific message here with this card, I feel like, again, you just need to take some time out and accept the state that you're in right now, because it's a state that's about to go through a tower moment. And so you just need to kind of accept that that's going to happen. So specifically, sometimes you may feel like a stranger in a strange land with nothing in common with those around you. Integrate into your community and surroundings even if you feel different. Dedicated interaction could act as a catalyst for you and for them to explore new territory. So yeah, this is all about, whenever I read this card and I see it pop up, it always makes me think of, you know, starseed. So maybe you feel like a starseed, you feel like an outsider, however it might be. You know, you could be very witchy, be a witch, and so you feel like an outsider in your community. But by opening up and like showing people, you might be able to actually bring more people into your circle that way. I'm also really picking up, I'm just going to say that, especially since we were talking about this particular image right here. That looks very phallus-like, so it's making me think of masculine energy, of action. Maybe you need to take more action in your community, in your social relationships. And so, because again, over here with your love cards, I was getting a lot of feminine energy, so maybe you guys need to work a little bit more at that. That might be part of your tower moment. Because again, maybe you guys have been spending so much time kind of worrying or thinking about your career or your money situation. And maybe this is just a call here to don't worry so much about that, because again, the universe is helping you with that. You are already like set. As long as you make sure you're watching your words and your thoughts, like that is easy for you to manifest. The harder part here is with, I feel like, connections and relationships. So maybe in November, spending a little bit more time in that. You know, let the natural flow of things happen. So with that said, I hope this reading resonated for you guys. If it did, please do leave a like, a comment, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos from me. And with that said, I hope you guys have a beautiful November. All right, for those of you who picked pile 3 with the orange calcite and this stone here, let's go ahead and dive into your cards. Of course, starting with these crystal cards that actually we have on top, and you guys got 2. So the first one we have here is, whoop, and I'm dropping it. We have opal. So who needs it? The all black wardrobe set can benefit from black precious opal's bold pop of color and spiritual protection. Not so prolific artists can ride fire opal's burn. Where to put it? General rule: white and blue vibe with the head, pink vibes with the heart, and black vibes with the lower abdomen. So you can really use it. It just depends on the kind of opal you have, where it best suits the different chakra areas. And so when to use it? When you're having something that needs to get moving, a project, relationship, an energetic block. So feel all your feels. So in November, you know, clear out maybe some energetic blocks or get started on that project you've been procrastinating on. You know, if there are certain feelings that you've been holding in, you know, it's time to unblock those and just let you feel the feels, essentially. So the next crystal we have is this one, which is really pretty. What is this? Emerald. Ah, yes. So heart center. Who needs it? Aesthetics, I can't say this word, aesthetics, bohemians, oh, how do you say that? I can't say that. You guys can say it. You can read it. But where to put it? On a chain over your heart, or on a ring at the base of your left thumb, perched atop the Venus Mount. When to use it? When you're temporarily lost the courage to love and be loved. When you're in need of a total refresh. Open your heart to limitless possibilities with emerald. Point your heart towards grace. So again, this is a heavy kind of love stone. So you guys, that might be a focus for you here in November, is working more on your love, on your heart center, relationships, but we'll get more into that. So for your general overview, for November from the tarot, we have the 7 of coins. So yes, we are talking about you're putting in the work. You've been putting in the work, and you might be feeling a little bit impatient. Or maybe you've taken a pause from the work that you're meant to be doing because, again, you feel like it wasn't moving fast enough for you. And again, this is a message to get back on track. You know, waiting, manifesting a vision, developing ideas, materialization. So yeah, you need to keep just putting in the work because it's happening. It will happen in its divine timing. You need to give it time to grow and to bloom. Again, Earth and the Pentacles is very slow moving energy. So this is not going to happen overnight. Again, you have to give it time to germinate, to, you know, bloom to its fullest potential before you can sort of reap the harvest here. So for your wisdom cards, you guys got 2 cards here. And so we have Gaia's Garden, fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. How crazy is that? Especially with something like the 7 of Pentacles. And we have her upright, so that's her acting as your ally. And then in the reversed, we have the Queen of Light, which is illumination, alignment, and celebration, which is reversed. So she's acting possibly more as your challenger, but we'll see specifically. Let's go ahead and read these cards, let's start with the Queen of Light. And yes, she is indeed acting as your challenger in the reverse. The Queen of Light challenges you to shine your light and not give in to fear. Are you hiding yourself for fear of rejection? Are you as afraid of success as you are of failure? The light of the divine shining within you is the power that expresses through you. This is not your ego. It's the authentic place of self-expression. The Queen of Light also challenges you to look at how you affect by glitter, glamour, and the superficial dreams of society. Are you memorized by false power? The material world is fleeting. Nothing lasts forever. Make sure your intentions come from deep within you and don't base them just on money or power or what you think love will do for you. Ask instead what you can offer, what you can give. True wealth resides within peace, harmony, and a sense of purpose. Remember that light isn't garnish and cold, nor is it manufactured. It's warm and brilliant and natural. Give up the attachments to the outer goal, and if it's meant to be yours, it will surely come. So, big message there. And then with Gaia's Garden acting as your ally, in Gaia's Garden, you have everything you need to make your dreams come true. So again, I feel like don't think that the grass is greener on somebody else's lawn. It's like, make sure that your goals and what it is you're trying to manifest and have abundance in is not something superficial or what you think you're supposed to want, because that's what everybody else seems to want. Like, that's not meant for you. You need to follow your own dreams, your own path here. There's no shortage of anything, and you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifest in all tangible things. She represents the abundance of nature. When she comes to you as your ally, she invites you to partake in all the blessings of life. There will always be enough for everyone. Success comes to you from the fruits of your intentions, and all is well with the world as a result. This is also a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude, as your greatest good now manifests for you. Gaia's gifts are sweeter than when you share them with others. So again, we have a lot of earth energy coming through. So this is, you're on the right track. Don't lose sight of that in November. Like, it's all coming together. Just give it time. Let it grow. Maybe this is also a message to spend some time in a garden, I feel like. Next up, we have what are you cooking up here in November? And so you guys got a lot of extra cards for you. So we have, how do you say this? Arsena, recovery. We also have black pepper with banishment. Yeah, banish any negative thinking or, negative people. And then we have mustard with faith. Very spicy kind of aromas coming through here. So let's go ahead and talk about all of these more in depth. So with the recovery card, this is talking about it's been a struggle to make a comeback and you're still reeling from the blow you received. You may be wondering when life will go back to normal. You are feeling bruised and hurt or in desperate need of some urgent TLC. Convalescence is key. Give yourself time to mend. Lack of control over the symptoms that are plaguing you can be frustrating. So allow me to assist in gently supporting your recovering process. My rich source of magnesium will facilitate your healing from any traumatic injuries, ranging from sprains to a bruised soul. Take me as a cardiac tonic, and I will support your weary heart. Stop trying to go it all alone. Just rest in the comfort of knowing that I will nurse you effectively to the full recovery you've been longing for. So next up, we have, of course, black pepper, which is talking about banishment. So disruptive energies are causing you to make mistakes, and you may find that nothing is going as smoothly as usual. Outside influences seem to have a hold over you, preventing you from moving forward. When your world becomes negatively affected by someone or something, it's time for a little banishment magic. Call on my strength to assist, for I am so powerful that I have the ability to banish air from your nostrils in the form of a sneeze. In performing any kind of banishment ritual, I shall flush out all forms of lower emotions that have been directed your way, such as jealousy, anger, and resentment. Burn me in your home or carry me in your pocket as a charm to ward off ill intention, and you shall be free to work your magic with harm to none, so mote it be. And finally, we have the last but not least, we have mustard. So let's talk about this one. So it's all about faith. A lack of belief has stripped you of your confidence when it comes to performing magic. If only you could believe what others already perceive as being very real indeed. Mistrust has led you blindly to the point you find yourself at now, and hope and expectations fail you. Allow me to instill a little faith in you with the power of just one seed, which when used as an amulet brings assurance and success. My pungent flavor transforms the blandness of a dish, for a little mustard can work a whole lot of magic. My white seeds are considered powerful guardians of protection from both physical and spiritual harm. Scattering my black seeds will disrupt the actions of those who are vexatious. Time to trust in both the seen and unseen, betwixt and between, as your faith in the old ways returns. So again, a lot of the message here is like recovering from something, as well as, protection and banishment of something that is no longer right for you. So I feel like that is a message here for November. Like, especially if you're feeling down, make sure you take enough time to recover and heal yourself. And again, use protection, protect yourself well. So next up, we have your prosperity message here, and we have the stone jade. A lot of green stone for you guys. So with jade here, let's go ahead and see what its specific message is for you guys. And this is card 27. So the essential meanings are treasures within, a consciousness of abundance, recognizing that you are more than enough. We got that message so many times. You guys you have everything you need. You are more than enough. You have more affluence than you imagine. And opening your eyes to the creative ways in which the conscious universe has manifested abundance in material form reveals wonderful possibilities for your life. Being aware of this will start to awaken you to the prosperity already within you. Remember, outer conditions reflect past intentions, and right now you can begin with an idea, a hopeful belief, a thought. From that can coalesce into future reality. Imagine having all the wealth you need to live with purpose and feel a sense of fulfillment. Imagine you have latent strengths that will help you break away from the old patterns that kept you in scarcity mentality. Let them arise within you. Perhaps abundance seems like just a glimmer of possibility right now. Even so, open up to the realization that your hidden treasures are more than enough to change your outer conditions. You are meant to prosper. So yes, I feel like you guys just need to return to your faith here. Like, things are moving so slow that it's making you think, kind of move towards a negative mindset. But it's like, because, that's what it is. It's like you're perceiving, because like everybody else, it seems like, especially on social media, it's like, oh, they have all these great things so fast, they're so abundant, like that. And it's like, that is just a mirage. Again, it's good timing. and they don't show all the work, all the failures that go behind trying to make the glimmering, you know, perfect end result. So it's like, you guys, you're doing the work. You just have to keep the faith in it. And so next up, we have your animal spirit guides for the month. And we have koala spirit with spirit has a plan. And then we have the lizard spirit, dream the world into being. So yes, spirit has a plan. It knows what it's doing. And you just can't see it right now because you're not quite meant to see it. You just have to, again, have the faith that they have your back. Dream the world into being. Your job right now is just to keep believing, to keep the dream that you have in your heart and your mind alive. Keep striving every day to put little steps towards it. And then spirit is going to be taking care of the rest because they know. Like I feel like your spirit guides have a particularly like funny sense of humor. It's like they see you. It's like, especially when they see you starting to have these self-doubts or like being like, why isn't it happening yet? They're kind of like, I feel like they're snickering at you like, you need to not think that because we have some big plans for you. It's just like a matter of you not doubting it. And so for the next cards we have is in regards to how your love life will be in the month of November. So whether you are currently single or you're in a relationship, this is sort of the information that is coming up for you. And we have the King of Chalices, and then we have the Star card. So it's interesting we have the Star because traditionally that is very much aligning with that recovery card of rejuvenation, healing. And the King of Chalices, you know, that is somebody who's traditionally very good in the arts and sciences and has this great balance of like all of those aspects. He's not quite as emotional as, you know, the Queen of Cups is, but let's go ahead and see what the meanings are from this particular deck in regards to this. So the King of Chalices here is all about modesty, the magic of the red candle. Yes, King of Chalices. Oh, I was reading the Knight of Chalices. Excuse me. No, the King of Chalices is satisfaction, the magic of the spiced tea. A transparent and harmonious relationship must be fueled by surprises, awe, and constant bantering. And then we have, of course, the Star. So let's see what that has to say. Attraction, the magic of the union. An action aimed at attracting with no obligation brings serenity and relieves the soul of pettiness. It is only a romantic invitation to love. The rest will come spontaneously. So I'm getting two messages here. For those already in a relationship right now, it's like you need to kind of like open up and be, you know, do something surprising, you know, suggest doing something unusual that you guys don't normally do. And also a lot of wordplay. I feel like, again, that word bantering, you know, spice things up with maybe your words or, I don't know, I just got the word dirty talk in my mind or something like that. And, you know, again, spice things up because it's talking about spiced tea. And then for those of you who are single right now, you know, there might be somebody you're attracted to that you're interested in, and you need to open up that invitation for a relationship. You need to kind of make that first move, I feel like. And a part of it is, you know, through words, through speech, through the banter of like how you talk to this person. Open up that channel and everything else will fall together. Again, a lot of this is a lot of earth energy, I feel like. So it's slow moving. So you just need to give everything time on all of your fronts, romantically and for a career. So finally, the last card we have here is about, you know, something unexpected that might happen in November, surprise possibly, and look at what we have. We have card 35. You hold in your heart a space to be filled. So again, I feel like this is, a lot of this has to do with, I feel like, vulnerability as well, like just being open to the new possibilities. Not worrying so much about like the end result of it. And so let's see specifically what the message is here. There is no empty space in the universe. Try thinking in this way and see what manifests in your life. Sadness and loss are temporary conditions. We live in an abundant multiverse. The redwood forest is alive on every level. Here it is playing a part in the nurturing of the woman and is stirring her senses into life again. The beauty of the trees are encouraging her to leave stifling emotions behind. When we attune to nature's vital essence, we attract that vitality into our lives. In the painting, the eyes of the mushroom suggest consciousness. In all things, these particular fungi, Chloralis versicolor, are used as a cancer treatment. We cannot be truly alone in the forest. The trillium plant in the left-hand corner of the painting is unique to North America and yet was carved in stone over the entrance of Roslyn Chapel before Columbus visited America. So really interesting. Again, this is all about from the perspective, don't come from a lack perspective. Everything in the universe has a place. And so when you think about that in that way, everything falls together. All the pieces are connected. So that is what the messages are for you guys for the month of November. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos from me. And I hope you guys have a beautiful For those November. Of you who picked the fourth and final pile with the green calcite, let's go ahead and jump into your cards for the month of November. And we're going to start off with these crystal cards, which you guys have two. So the first one we have here is Lemurian Quartz. So who needs it? Anyone in need of a vacation from their thoughts. Where to put it, Lemurians are like wands. Point them at your body parts, friends, and other crystals that need more juice. When to use it? Whenever someone or something you love needs a zap of healing energy, awaken your inner wizard or witch and cast a spell with Lemurian Quartz. Escape your mind. So again, don't be overthinking in November. Stay positive and work some magic. Then the next one we have is fluorite. So who needs it? The perpetually distracted. Anyone with a vision worth sticking to. Where to put it? Wherever you find yourself constantly tempted to check your phone, i.e. anywhere you have Wi-Fi access. When to use it? When you want to take an uninterrupted 20 minutes to meditate, an hour to finish a book, or a lifetime to concentrate on your unique calling here on earth. Sharpen your focus. So again, I feel like both of these cards are kind of suggesting, you know, maybe taking some time to not focus so much on like social media or get distracted by things. Like stay focused on your goals and what it is you want to achieve, especially, you know, disconnecting from the internet, because the internet can be very seductive. I mean, right now you're watching a YouTube video. So, I mean, maybe everything requires a balance. So make sure that you're not spending too much time doing things that are distracting you from what you really should be focusing on. So for your overall view of November from the tarot, we have the Moon card here. I love this Moon card. And we have the Daughter of Wands, which is like the Page of Wands. So new possibilities, you know, reconnecting to your inner fire. I feel like, you know, maybe there's even a possibility for some of you of like a new flame, a new love situation in November. With the Moon card in particular, you know, this is talking about mystery, darkness, inner work, facing one's fears. So again, maybe needing to disconnect from your daily routine to spend a little bit more time doing that inner work. You know, finding that the mysteries within yourself, connecting even to your shadow self here. And then with something like the Daughter of Wands, you know, this is talking about self-expression, spirit and movement, artistry, renewed inspiration. So I feel like you pay attention to your dreams in November, especially because there might be a lot of important messages coming through in your sleep that can help reignite your inner passion. So next up for your wisdom card, we have the Fire Prince, which is so crazy. This is very similar to this kind of energy right here. And it's talking about optimism and aggression, but it's in the reverse. So typically that would mean this is acting as your challenger for the month of November. So let's go ahead and see specifically what it's saying. So yes, the Fire Prince as your challenger. There are a couple messages delivered by the Fire Prince, so take heed, as one or both could pertain to you now. Be mindful of starting a fire you can't put out. Aggressive action results in loss. Slow down and don't be so eager to reach your goal. Stay clear of someone else's unbridled ambition and aggression as well. If you think you could get burned, you most certainly will, unless you remove yourself from the action. When the Fire Prince arrives as a challenger, he could also be warning you to be careful of burnout. This might pertain to workaholism or obsessively focusing on something you want. Exactly. Excluding all else. You may be afraid to let go, but you must. If you keep going the way you are, truly you won't have any energy left, nor will you see your way through your path. It's easy to get lost in the dark when there's no flame to light the way. So I feel like strongly this is definitely a message for a lot of you to not burn yourself out in November. Make sure you keep a balance. Make sure you do some self-care. You know, make sure you take, like, I got the sense of like a salt bath, you know, a cleansing bath or some sort of ritual like that in November to keep some of the burnout away. So next up, we have the cards I pulled in regards to what it is you're cooking up here in November. And so we have Blackberry with invasive. We also have Rose with romance. And when we have Sugar with sweetness. Interesting. So go ahead and see what these are all talking about here. So with Blackberry, this is talking about somebody is desperate to be a part of your life and could be pushing your buttons right now. Their invasive presence and blatant disrespect for your boundaries is making you feel uncomfortable. Neighbor disputes could be an issue for you as boundary lines are crossed, or you may be fighting for personal space at work. Time to break away and free yourself from the entrapment and attachments of others and heal from anything that is causing you unease. If you permit, I shall protect you from unwanted invasion with my thorny branches. Plant me in your garden to prevent energy vampires from crossing your threshold. And if my thorns draw the perpetrator's blood as dark and juicy as my berries, then you can be sure that justice is served. Wow. So for some of you, there could be a situation in November where somebody is really pushing your buttons. And, you know, this is a message of putting up some clear boundaries, making sure they don't overstep. That could be kind of this aggression message here. Make sure that there's somebody who's being too aggressive at you, that you step away, because there is a potential there for that situation to get nasty, I feel like. And not in a good way. And so with Rose here, let's see. I think that's definitely a really good sign to have Rose and then Sugar here. So a deep desire to be swept off your feet makes your heart beat furiously. Romantic gestures such as love hearts, chivalry, pledges, and chocolates make you giddy as you dream of living happily ever after. You are in love with love itself, and the romance you yearn for is ready to blossom as you honor your true feelings and appreciate the beauty that is all around you. As you breathe in deeply my sweet aroma, feel your heart's center swirl with sensual pleasure as it makes room for love in your life. I will magnetize your aura to draw in all you seek on your quest for romance as you work with my petals and buds to cast spells of amour and create love potions. Place a bouquet of my red and pink flowers in your bedroom to entice intimacy and delight as the heady heights of romance court you. Wow, guys, like you got a spicy November for you, for sure. There's definitely a lot of potential here to have a heavy romance, and we're going to get some more cards later on talking about that, but let's also talk about Sugar here. Harness all your desires by adding some sweetness to your life. My sweet crystal power is irreplaceable when it comes to working with sugar magic and ritual and attraction spells. When you utilize my sugary charms and candy spells, I will magnetize all that you wish to allure. Again, we have both of these. These are magnetizing what you want to call in. So be very mindful about what it is you're manifesting. Such as a lover, a friendship, money, and beauty. Sprinkle me in nature to summon the elementals, or burn a sugar cube to communicate with the spirits you wish to invoke. As I sweeten any culinary dish, I'll delight your tongue and entice your taste buds. When your mood turns sour, burn me to sweeten you up, or perform some sweetening magic on another whose words have a bitter edge. As you sugarcoat a situation, you are supported by the sweet smell of magic, which really will be the icing on the cake. So, again, I'm getting a strong sense for you guys. Like this, if you guys pick this group, this could be a very good month as far as love manifesting. So keep that in mind. We're going to get more cards later on about that. But before that, let's go ahead and see what is happening on your prosperity and career front. So we have orange calcite. Wow, guys. So this might be a message for some of you to actually go back in this video and watch pile 3, which stone was orange calcite. So, but with this stone in particular, let's go ahead and see what it has to say as far as your prosperity is going in the month of November. So its essential meanings are creativity, the pleasure of birthing something new, sensuality, and sexuality. Whoo, you guys are so on fire in November when it comes to romance and sexuality and sex and all of that stuff. It's like you can bring a lot in that arena. I almost So let's talk about the prosperity message here, though. You are an artist in your own life, and your canvas is before you. What you will make with the time and money available to you. Today, your power to think outside of the box and put old patterns behind you is very strong. For orange calcite spirit magnifies, again, so much of this is about magnification of what it is you're doing. So keep that in mind. Your creative abilities. Imagine how you might think differently about affluence, or how you might interact with your finances in new ways that are more beneficial to you. Do you need to learn to delegate work to others or pay someone else to do tasks that keep you from your true calling? Orange calcite spirit says that now is a time to be creative in how you translate all that is given to you into a life of meaning and purpose. Spend differently and reconsider how you use your time. Your creative approach to developing prosperity will serve you now. So in November, get creative. Again, that's even what this, Daughter of Wands is all about. It's that reignition of passion, of creativity, of excitement. So there's definitely opportunity in November for you to do something completely different in a new way. So let's also go ahead and talk about your animal spirits for the month of November. So we have vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. And we have wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. So again, we're having that message come up more than once here with the fire prince in reverse, with the blackberry, and now with the wasp spirit. It's like, be aware of maybe somebody who you're involved with in November who can be kind of sharp with their words, stingy. I just saw 1111 again, so that might be significant. Sometimes things don't go as you planned, but again, how you magnify the situation, what kind of sweetness you put towards it can change things. Again, nothing is wasted. Everything you do, everything you experience, it's not, the time you've spent towards something is not wasted time. Even if it's just like a hobby that you think, whatever, it's just something I do on the side or whatever. It's like, that's not wasted time. That's going to, if you, again, magnify your attention to your focus to it, it can blossom into something huge and important. Also, really crazy, I just noticed, this is card 63 and this is card 64. So, successive cards right here. So this is important. I feel like there might be an event in November that you feel like, oh God, why did I waste my time on this? Why, because it didn't go the way you thought it would. It's like, it wasn't wasted time. You are meant to experience this, maybe to reveal some sort of inner truth here with the moon being present. So now let's go ahead and dive into what I'm very interested to see. What is happening for your romance sector in November here? Whether you're in a relationship or you're single, let's see what's happening. Oh, wow. Wow, guys. We have the Magician. Again, that's totally what both of these cards feel like. You have the power to manifest what you want, especially when it comes to love and sex. So, and then we have the Three of Wands, a lot of wand energy coming through here. New possibilities, new options on the horizon here. So with the Magician from this particular deck, let's see what it says. Courtship, magic intention, desire is the drive behind a new story. Willingness and passion guarantees success. So maybe some of you are kind of getting out of I don't feel like you were in maybe a long-term relationship, but it was maybe something short. Maybe you were hoping it was going to lead to something better, and it's like it was a stinging situation. It was just kind of like cut the tie. But now that's freed you to manifest something even greater for yourself. And then, of course, we have the Three of Wands. So with that, it's talking about kissing. The magic of the ribbon tied around your leg. The force of understanding and desire and the craving for nostalgia help to rediscover a feeling you thought you had lost. So again, this might be possibly an old flame coming back in November for some of you, reigniting that old passion. If you're already in a relationship, maybe doing something that is related to when you first two were together, like that nostalgia, whatever it is, manifest that again to reignite, the relationship. So to spice things up again. Really strong masculine energy here too. So working with that. And there goes my light again. Oh no. All right, there we go. We got the light again. So finally, the last card we have here is something, unexpected for November, a surprise. So let's see what we have. We have card 21. Choose a natural solution when possible. So let's see what this is talking about specifically. In the abundance of nature can be found plants with healing qualities for almost all elements. Tune into let me try to say this. Aramid, and do your homework before deciding which is the best decision for your health. So it's interesting because we have, blackberries, we have rose, we have the sugar here. So it's like, this is a big month for you guys who picked this pile to be working with your garden, with herbs, with plants in order to heal something. So whether this is a physical ailment or maybe an emotional one or a mental one or something along those lines, make sure that you do your homework before you decide to use something. And again, make the best decisions for your health. So again, for November, make sure you spend a little time thinking about your health, doing some self-care. Again, maybe disconnecting from the internet a little bit, especially if you find it being toxic or that you're like obsessing over it. So yes, that is what I'm seeing here for your cards in regards to November. If this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And so I will see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful November.